You've probably seen the dream. A log cabin in the woods, chickens running around, and a debt-free life. But here's the truth. Most new homesteaders quit within the first 3 years. Why? Because the dream is missing the math. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to prepare you. If you're dreaming of a quiet, self-sufficient life, this video might just save you thousands of dollars and years of frustration. Land looks cheap until you realize that 10 acres in property tax can cost more than rent in the city. The USDA reports the average small farm property tax has increased 34% since 2018. Add in soil testing, fencing, equipment, and that dream plot adds up really fast. Let's talk about tractors. A used tractor can run between $18,000 to $25,000. Add in a brush hog, a grapple, and a trailer, and you're at $30,000 before your first seed even touches the soil. Yet most homesteaders only use that tractor about 100 hours a year. The hidden costs aren't just financial, they're physical. Most people underestimate the workload. The average homesteader spends between 50 to 60 hours a week managing their land during peak season. But here's the reward: peace, pride, and purpose. The peace doesn't come free, it's built one sunrise at a time. You'll pay with sweat, patience, and persistence long before the land pays you back. There's a saying, the soil doesn't lie and it doesn't care about excuses. When you first move onto your land, everything looks like possibility. But the cost begins with the first fence post that you drive into the ground. Let's start with infrastructure, the part nobody budgets for. Driveways, culverts, gravel, and grading. Most rural driveways cost between $2,000 and $5,000 per 100 feet. And after one winter, you'll probably have to repair it again. And then comes utilities. If you're going off-grid, solar panels may cost $10,000 to $20,000 right out of the gate. If you're staying connected, trenching can cost $3,000 or more. Either way, independence comes with a price. And then there's water, one of the most expensive surprises for new homesteaders. A drilled well can cost between $8,000 to $12,000 depending on your region. Add in a pump, a pressure tank, and trenching, and you're at 15 grand. Rainwater systems can help, but even they require maintenance and filtration. You begin to realize the cost of freedom is responsibility. Now let's talk about animals, everyone's favorite part. Chickens look cheap until you calculate feed, bedding, fencing, and vet costs. On average, one hen costs about $200 a year to maintain. Multiply that by 20 birds and you're at $4,000 before your first dozen eggs. Cattle, that's another level entirely. Fencing alone can cost $10,000 for 5 acres. And hay prices fluctuate like gas, sometimes doubling in one season. But here's where it all balances out. The return isn't always measured in money. It's measured in connection to the land, the food, and the purpose. The biggest mistake new homesteaders make is trying to build Rome in a season. Start smaller, start smarter, raise chickens before cattle, master a garden before a greenhouse. You can build your dream in phases. Small victories create momentum, and momentum keeps you going. Don't be afraid to fail. Failure is just tuition that you pay to the land. Every mistake teaches you something that city life never could. It teaches patience, observation, and respect for nature's pace. That's where real peace begins, is when you stop forcing it. Let's go back to cost for a moment, the ongoing ones. Fuel, maintenance, seeds, and repairs. You'll burn through more diesel than you'll expect. The average compact tractor uses about 3 gallons an hour. At $4 a gallon, that adds up fast during spring work. Maintenance isn't just oil changes, it's also your time. Every repair you delay today becomes a bigger problem next season. That's why organization and planning matter more than horsepower. A well-planned 1-acre homestead can outperform an unplanned 10 acres. And that right there's the truth that most videos won't tell you. Because the real cost of homesteading is balance between dream and discipline. But when you find the balance, everything changes. Stop chasing the dream and you start living the life. The sound of the wind through the trees replaces the sound of the city. Rhythm of chores become the rhythm of peace. That's where you trade convenience for meaning. And for many of us in this life, that's a fair trade. Homesteading isn't about escape, it's about engagement. It's about taking ownership of your time, your food, and your future. When you understand that, every challenge feels worth it. Because you're no longer surviving, you're participating. So before you buy land or livestock, ask yourself this one question. Are you chasing the dream or building the foundation? One leads to burnout, the other to belonging. And belonging takes time, patience, and truth. Before we wrap up, I want to remind you of something simple. Homesteading isn't a purchase, it's a practice. It's not about buying the right land, it's about becoming the right person. The land will test you, teach you, and reward you in that order. And most of the lessons you learn won't come with a price tag. They come in the form of broken tools, failed gardens, and questioning why you even started. But that's where growth hides, in the moments between frustration and progress. When you stop embracing ease and start expecting effort, that's when everything changes. You begin to realize that sustainability isn't just about solar panels and livestock. It's about sustaining yourself mentally, physically, and financially. You can't grow healthy soil if you're burned out. So take this truth to heart. slow growth lasts the longest. The most successful homesteaders aren't the ones who grow the fastest. They're the ones who grow with patience, intention, and with gratitude. The goal isn't perfection, it's presence. Because when you're present, even small progress feels like peace. So if you're standing at the edge of your own dream and wondering if it's worth it, it is. Only if you're willing to respect the truth that comes with it. Every nail, every fence post, every harvest teaches you something that money never could. It teaches you humility, it teaches you patience, and it teaches you that the dream doesn't happen to you, it happens through you. So if this video gave you some clarity and maybe grounded your dreams a little bit deeper, hit that like button. Not for me, but for the next person chasing the same dream. And leave a comment down below. What's one cost you didn't expect, or one truth you found out the hard way? Your story might just guide someone else before they make the same mistake. And if you found this honest conversation valuable, hit that subscribe button. Because next week we're diving into one of the hardest truths of all: why most homesteaders burn out and how to make sure you don't. We'll talk about mindset, balance, and what it really takes to stay the course. This channel isn't about selling dreams, it's about building reality. This is the real homestead, where the dream meets the dirt. I'm Odin with Rainy River Outdoors. Thanks for watching, and remember to get out and explore the great outdoors. And I'll see you Sunday for the next chapter of Real Homestead.